What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about when a narcissist becomes distant with you. And a lot of times this happens in relationship. When you're in a relationship with a narc partner and you start to notice a shift in a relationship, like say for instance, they don't want to do the things that y'all normally do on a regular basis. You don't have date nights anymore. You don't go out to eat anymore. Um, they don't want to come over for dinner. They don't want to come over to watch a movie with you or something like that. Things to that matter. It's just like you start to pick up on that there's a shift, there's a change. And you start to question yourself. It's normal to start questioning yourself. Did you do something wrong? Are they losing interest in you or something like that? And so when you question them, they pretty much just give you the runaround. They don't give you a silent answer because they don't have a silent answer. When a narcissist just up and dip out on you, it's not because they're discarding you, because they never really want to get rid of you for good. They can always use you at any given moment when it benefits them in some kind of way. But when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, of course, you're going to expect things to always be the same or get better, to progress. You want the relationship to grow stronger. But narcissists will never give you that peace of mind and knowing that you're secure with them, because that's the type of games they play. They just up and disappear. They have a change of heart at any moment, and it doesn't matter if you're the girlfriend or boyfriend, husband or wife. It's because they've lost interest for the moment. They found something else, that pleases them. And it takes their attention away from you. And as sad as that may sound, that's how they operate, and you can't expect anything different from them. And once you get the full understanding of how narcissists think and operate, you can pretty much just make your decisions how you're going to go from there. And you're better off not even dealing with someone like that, because it's going to be a continued, roller coaster of emotional abuse. When they just up and dip out on you like that and create this distance, it's because they found new supply, or they getting good supply from somewhere that they're kind of, what they're familiar with. And of course, you're not going to know about it. You're in the dark because they're not going to tell you, but they want you to just think what you want to think. At the same time, they're not going to give you closure. They're not going to, um, they're not going to help you to understand what's going on because they don't want you to know what they're doing. If a narcissist can stop benefiting from you, then that's when you're going to start to see the change in y'all's relationship. Sometimes they might even not even come home at night, and they're going to come up with excuses why they couldn't make it home that night, because they don't care. As long as they're being pleased somewhere else, they're fine with that. And they put you on the back burner, and you're just going to have to wait your turn again. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship with them or not. That's just how they operate. And that's why they create distance. Now, other reasons why they create distance between you is because you are expecting something from them, which is completely normal. In a partnership, you're expecting them to meet you halfway with the bills, with the rent, the mortgage, or anything. And they just up and dip out on you because they're selfish and they're not willing to compromise and meet you halfway. And they don't feel they owe you an explanation. They just want, you know, things to just continue to go their way. And they're going to go in the direction that that opportunity takes them. That's why it's easy for them to just up and neglect you at any moment. because it's all about what pleases them. They come first at all times. When they find themselves doing a little bit too much and not getting nothing in return that makes them feel good, that's when they kind of take themselves out of the equation for a while because they don't get nothing in return. They don't feel anything. It has to be as pleasing to them as it is for you. And even though it benefits them as much as it benefits you, the narcissist doesn't see it that way. They're gonna always expect to get a little bit more out of a situation than you should. That's just how they think. They feel entitled to that. And so that's why they just up and leave, or they just up and neglect their responsibilities when you know when you live together. They leave all of the responsibilities on you, which can be stressful because that's not what you had planned to do when you decided to move in together. When you decided to, go into a lease together. But, they make things sound all good and they want you to believe that they're willing to work things out and, they're not going anywhere, but at any moment they can have a change of heart and then they gone. And it leaves you questioning, like, did you do something wrong? They want you to think that way anyway. While you're thinking that maybe you did something wrong, they off doing God knows what with God knows who, because that's how they operate. And that's other reasons why they create distance between you in a relationship. When you live together, and they just, just gone for days, or they're barely responding to you, to your phone calls. They barely call you back. They barely respond to your texts. They just want to know that they can keep you strung along. They may send a little something to give you the idea that they're still there, but they're not giving you what you deserve. Other reasons are, you know, when you start to question the bare minimum that they give you, when you start to question it, narcissists, they get mad. They don't want you to question them about anything. They want to do as they please. And if their way of pleasing you is not pleasing them, then they don't want to be bothered at all. That's when they just dip out on you because they want to create that space so that you could just sit in the misery of knowing that I got to do this by myself now because I probably did a bad thing by questioning them. And a lot of times when they express how I don't want anybody in my business, you know, they don't want people to know what's going on with y'all. They want to keep you put up in a box, keep you hidden. It's because as long as they can have it that way, of knowing that nobody knows how they treat you, they will continue to treat you that way. If the secret gets out of how they emotionally abuse you, because it is emotional abuse, it's flat out emotional abuse to continue to treat someone that way in an off and on relationship. Off and on relationships are not normal. It's not something you should get used to. It just goes to show that something is off, and it's going to stay off until both people are willing to compromise and put it together. But it takes two. You can't do it all alone. But they don't want you to question them. They don't want you to question their ability to have a good, stable relationship. They know that they're capable of doing it, but they're not willing on doing it. So it's going to keep you feeling down and constantly questioning the relationship. So those are the reasons why narcissists create distance between, their partner. So thank y'all for watching. Leave your thoughts down below, and I'll talk to you soon.